Don't look now, but here come the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors get another big-time win. They blow out the Dallas Mavericks, as this is a team that is starting to figure things out. And it has been a successful Jimmy Butler Warriors era thus far. The Warriors are now 5-1 in the Butler era, as Butler, he put up 18 points to go along with 5 assists and 2 rebounds. But of course, Stephen Curry led the way. He was magnificent. 30 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. And Stephen Curry never forgets. Remember when PJ Washington tried to mock the nighty-night? Well, Stephen Curry, he repaid the favor. He hit the nighty-night. And I think this has to be a record for the earliest he's ever hit it. I mean, he hit it with, a couple minutes left in the third quarter, but this one was all but over. The Dubs completely outplayed the Mavs from the jump. They got out to that early 33-18 advantage, and they were not going to squander this one. They were not going to lose, as the Warriors, they are quietly now starting to win games. They are looking to move on up in the Western Conference. They are the 9 seed. Of course, this is a big win for them because the Mavericks are the next team. They got to pass for the 8 seed. And really, the Warriors, I mean, they could go up as far as 6. They are not far back now, just 2.5 games back of that 6th and final playoff spot. There's still plenty of time left in the season. We're going to talk about the Dubs in this one, guys. Do me a solid. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button for more videos just like this. So the Warriors, they played well on both ends in this one. I mean, they shot 47% from the field. 3-point percentage was low compared to the Mavs. They just shot 30%, but their defense did a really good job. They out-rebounded the Mavs. And the Warriors, they did a really good job when it came to limiting their turnovers with only 10 and forcing turnovers. The Mavericks had 18 turnovers, and the Warriors had 60 points in the paint. Of course, Stephen Curry was the man of the hour in this one. Butler, another nice game for him. You had Pods, who's looking a lot better as of late. 17 points, 12 rebounds. And you look at some of the other contributions the Warriors have gotten. And how about Quentin Post? 10 points, 6 rebounds from off the bench. He has been solid for this team. And Moses Moody, the continued just elevation of Moody's play has been great to see. Him in the starting lineup, he is putting together solid game after solid game, as Moody is just gaining confidence game to game. He had 22 against the Kings, another big win the Dubs had the other night, 14 in this one. He's been shooting it efficiently from the field overall. So obviously Moody has been a big difference maker for this Warriors team. And the Warriors, I mean, they still got to get back Jonathan Kuminga. And that's the scary part now. They're playing very, very well. And this has all been without Kuminga, who the Dubs are hoping to get back soon. But you can see why all of a sudden, the Warriors, they're going to have a very intriguing team. And going back to the trade they made for Jimmy Butler, I mean, it speaks volumes to what this Warriors team has now become with Butler. And it's funny to me how people thought that Butler was washed and he wasn't going to be that difference maker. Did we all forget, Jimmy Butler, he is one of the best postseason performers. He gave the Miami Heat a chance against anybody they played. And now we're starting to see that same effect with Butler in the mix. But there's a big difference this time. Butler, he can be the co-star. He's got a guy by the name of Stephen Curry who can take over, who now makes Stephen Curry's life easier. And by essence, it makes Butler's life easier. As Butler, he has had a successful tenure thus far. Going back to his first game in a Warriors jersey, he had 25 points in a win over the Bulls. Then he had 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Then he followed up with 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. The only game the Warriors have lost in the Jimmy Butler era. And really, that was a one-possession game. That could have easily been a Warriors win. So right now, they could very well be undefeated with Butler. You had 19, 8-4 against the Rockets, 17, 3-7 against the Kings the other night, and another just nice all-around game, 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the biggest difference I see with Butler is he gives the Warriors a dynamic that they haven't had in a very long time. He gives them a player who can just get to the rim at will, and also he's a player that can get to the free throw line. I mean, it's great to see the Warriors finally have a guy who can get to the line and get easy points that way, because this was a team that for the longest time they had to rely on such a difficult shot diet. But now when you have Butler in the mix, that element alone makes such a big difference. Getting to the line almost 10 times a game now in a Warriors jersey. He went to the line 8 times and he was 8 for 8. Like, that is huge. That is immense value. And the Warriors, they were near the bottom when it came to free throw attempts. Now you add Butler in the mix, they are starting to get to the free throw line a lot more, and it's thanks to Jimmy Butler leading the way in that category. He was a plus 28. I think Butler just adds such a unique dynamic, such an important dynamic to this team on both ends. You know, you can already see the continuity he's building with Steph, with some of these other players. Draymond Green has really stepped up as well. You know, it's that solid play of Green in this one that, again, you know, made a big difference. You look at Green, he was a plus 19, 13 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. So the Golden State Warriors, I mean, they've been getting some nice contributions from some of their role pieces. Their stars are aligning. And really, like, this experiment has gotten off to a perfect start. You could not have asked for a better start if you're a Warriors fan with Butler in the mix. The vibes, they definitely feel back. Jimmy Butler has just made such a massive difference. And the Warriors, like, this is a team that if they get hot at the right time, what Draymond said the other day, All-Star Sunday, of flat out saying this team's going to win the championship, it doesn't seem that crazy. I mean, it might have seemed crazy before the All-Star break, but now with this version of the Warriors, I'm not saying they're there yet, but they're not far off, in my opinion, if they can continue to build their chemistry and continue to look good. You want to see it over the course of a larger sample size, but so far, I mean, it has gone to plan. And all of a sudden, this team looks lethal again. They look like a team that can make some noise with, you know, Butler doing his thing, Steph and Curry, and you just look at it, like, the vibes have been immaculate. And we'll see, you know, where this team goes from here, but things are coming together. You know, Moody has been big. Like I said, the Warriors are 9-0 when he starts. So the Golden State Warriors, like, this is a team that they are showing a lot of good things, and they were in desperate need of a move. They were not going to go anywhere before this Jimmy Butler trade, but now one singular trade, which is a big trade, has just sparked a ton of opportunity for this team moving forward. And I think when Kuminga comes back, like, he is going to have an even better impact than he had before, because you got to think of it through this perspective. There's going to be so much attention on Steph and Jimmy now that Kuminga is going to have an absolute field day. Kuminga is going to add another downhill force alongside Jimmy, so I expect Kuminga to be at his best. So it's an exciting time. I think it's scary hours for this Warriors team. They look like a potent team now on both ends. You're getting Kuminga back into the mix. The Golden State Warriors, this is a team that if you slept on them before, you made a big mistake, because they are starting to cook up in a big way. So guys, let me know your thoughts when it comes to the Warriors. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. That is it for me. It's Luke signing off. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.